Before we let you go, I want to do just three quick things. The first is to thank and welcome members of the Postsecondary Education Task Force that were in place back in the late 1990s, early in Governor Patton's term. Members of that task force who are with us are Crit Llewellyn, Charlie Borders, Lindy Cassabier, and in addition, a number of other folks have joined us today. Our friend Dave Atkinson from the State Chamber, who's been a great supporter of education across our state. Needless to say, Representative Carl Rollins, who is the chair of the Committee on Education in the House. Representative, one second because I'm losing my place here, Wilson Stone and C.B. Embry. We're delighted to have each of you with us. Members of our board, Dan Flanagan and Pam Miller, have joined us. And my colleague, the executive director of the our folks who, EPSB, the Professional Standards Board, Phil Rogers, where'd he go? Phil's around here someplace. And Gary Abney, who is the chair at Eastern Kentucky, joined us, the chair of the Board of Regents there, and a friend who works in organized labor, Steve Barger, and we're delighted to have all of you join us. You have all been great supporters of our work. Second, I wanted to just make, I guess, two reflections on what you've heard today. The first is that, as Jim Ramsey just said, we are not done. The information that has been presented today paints a picture of enormous progress that when you consider that all 49 other states, all of whom have their own systems of public higher education, are all trying to get better. But none has gotten better faster than the state of Kentucky. And so we should be very proud of that, but our rate of improvement does not put us at the top of the heap. We're getting closer to the middle, but we need to shoot even higher. And so part of the message here, it seems to me, is to be proud of what we have accomplished, but understand that there's a long way to go, and to stay the course, that this structure that exists here, the commitments that have been made and have been sustained through the support of the legislature and the work of our campuses needs to continue. And that continuation is expressed in the newly adopted strategic agenda called Stronger by Degrees, which continues to keep as our focus those goals that were set out in House Bill 1 in 1997. Second is this. To the extent that, as President Williams correctly pointed out, that we now have to translate this growing success into improved economic results for the citizens of this state. It seems to me that whenever we talk about economic development, you always say, well, what comes first, the jobs or the trained workforce? And I have come to the conclusion over years and years of working in this business and others related to it, that until you have a workforce that you can go out to prospective employers and say, come to this state because we've got the workforce that you can grow or you can bring into your company to make it grow. We have now been able to do that. And I think for all who are in the business of promoting this state and encouraging employers either to create businesses here or to bring expansion of existing businesses from elsewhere into Kentucky, we can now answer that question in the most affirmative way and say that this state has made a commitment. It's reflected in these numbers and reflected in the lives that these numbers represent. So this is a great day for us, and again, for our presidents and your faculties and administrators. It has just been fabulous, and you should be very proud and take this information back and share it with all on your campuses. And finally, my last official responsibility, other than to thank you all again for being here, is to ask our speakers and our presidents if you would stick around for a couple minutes for some photographs. Thank you all.